Hey, so I actually wasn't going to make another YouTube video, but I want to make another one, because I did some new moon and Aquarius work yesterday. Because my moon sign is an Aquarius, and honestly, I just needed to get back into the groove of doing things as far as shadow work and prompts and things like that to just figure myself out and keep track of what I'm doing with myself every day. And I really like doing new moon Aquarius prompts. I remember when I did them last year. I really like doing them because they are all about honoring your most authentic self. And when it comes to being authentically me, I have no issues with it. Not huge necessarily. I think that I've always pretty much been the way that I am. Like, I haven't changed much. Of course, I've grown up, like, I've had character development, but at my core, I've always been the same person. But I know who I am. Sometimes I don't practice being who I know that I am. And New Moon in Aquarius kind of just brings me back, keeps me in check, and makes me feel like I'm actually doing something with myself, and reminds me that I can be who I want to be and who I am in the most efficient way possible. So the reason I wanted to make this video about New Moon in Aquarius is because I've really also been struggling with my creativity and genuinely working on creative tasks that I've been having in mind, such as clay, painting, sketching, all of that good stuff. I have not done it in, I haven't done it consistently in a while. The other day I made an incense holder for my mom, but I have yet to paint it, and it's been dry for like 3 days. And I don't know what it is, but after putting that stuff in the back burner or in the back of my mind for so long, I just am not sure how to make it a part of my everyday life and start implementing it and taking it as seriously as I want to again. Being in school, I kind of had to make sure that I was getting everything that I needed to get done as far as work and things like that together. When I had a job, I was making sure that I was going to work, and by the time I would get home, I really wouldn't have the energy to create. And I'll have these thoughts and emotions, but I wasn't really dealing with them because I had other things to do. Now, I'm just here and I'm stuck. And I feel like I'm in a period of limbo, but I know it's transitional. And I have all these thoughts and I have all these feelings, and I have all the time in the world to be creative, but for some reason, it's like I'm paralyzed and I just can't. And I know that making art and things of that nature, journaling, just getting my feelings out, is a part of who I am. It's something that I've always done. No matter the medium, I've always been a creative. And it's really, really sad that ever since being in school, probably like my workload has been kind of crazy since sophomore year of high school. Like, ever since then, I just have not had it in me to produce as much as I would like to. And whenever I did do it while still having things like that to do, such as, like I said, schoolwork, I would still do it every so often, but usually only when I was like procrastinating or avoiding something, and I'll always feel guilty about it. So I don't know if I just have feelings of guilt because I feel like I'm not doing anything, but I'm really nurturing myself. It's really a form of nurturing. And yeah, I have my iPad because I wanted to read this part that I put in here, because the prompt that I chose to do yesterday was 3 ways that I can honor my authentic self. Um, The first one was thinking about I stopped. The first one was that I needed to stop thinking about everything that I do as far as my actions and choices from other people's point of view. I have a really bad problem with that, but I'm gonna get into that a different day. The second one was build a routine for myself, build some structure, and make myself feel like I'm actively doing something important every day. Um, since I'm not in school and I don't have a job right now, I do struggle with feeling like I'm not doing anything with my life. Um, so I already had somewhat of a routine, but I had to start adding more things in there to do every single day to make me feel like I'm really on my proactive shit. And the third one was genuinely honing into my creative side and doing it daily and not treating it like it should be on the back burner. And this is the one that I'm going to read all the way through because my whole like new moon in Aquarius, the visions that I have for myself, all of that, my tarot spread had everything to do with creativity and everything to do with being sure in who I am and yada yada yada, that good stuff. Um, I said, since being in school, you only had time to do artistic things and mediums of expression every so often, and usually it only gets done when I'm in the midst of avoiding something. Just said that. Now that I have the free time to do it with no distractions, the passion and desire is gone. In reality, I need something to put my thoughts and feelings into and turn them into something that exists in the 3D world. But this is, I felt like I really cooked. I felt like I really cooked when I said this. I said, okay, my bad. I lost it. Artifacts of my innermost self and desires must be made, and who better to do it than me? And that is what made me want to lock in, because who better to do it than me? Nobody is ever going to be inside my head. Nobody is ever going to know exactly how I'm feeling except for me. And my art will be unique to me. So I need to stop worrying about outside opinions and how I think people view me and what I feel like people think of me, because the only thoughts and feelings that matter when it comes to my life is mine, because I'm the one who has to live it. And I just hope that with more practice and more implementing this stuff into my life, I'll be able to happily transition back into being a full-time creative girly. And YouTube is also going to be one of those ways to make my stepping stones happen, because I think it's a really good way for me to get my feelings out and just get my thoughts out and be able to hear myself talk out loud and truly understand how I'm feeling. Because a lot of the times, whenever I'm trying to explain myself to someone as far as what's going on inside my head, I never really know how to, because my thoughts are always so jumbled up in there because I never let them out. So whenever it's time to talk about something, I just get sidetracked and I veer off. And I probably did it with this video, I know. But it helps me gather my thoughts accordingly and truly be able to understand myself. Because if I can't understand myself, how are other people supposed to understand me? If I don't trust myself, how are other people supposed to trust me? If I don't nurture myself, you get the idea. I just feel like I need to start doing more things for myself, and nurturing my creativity and harnessing it in the best way possible is one of the biggest ways that that's going to happen for me. Um, this video was honestly very random because I already have the one that I'm gonna post today uploading, but this has also been weighing heavy on my heart because I've been talking about new me, new year, fresh start, yada yada, and I really feel that happening. And I just liked the quote that I said at the end, but I hope you guys are having a beautiful, amazing, blessed day. And I will see you guys in my next video, which is hopefully gonna be about my favorite things in my room. Because I'm not just gonna be talking. That's not all I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna show you guys what I do with myself. So yeah.